Do we need to take more accountability for the people we invite in our lives? Is the clip.
That we all need to take responsibility for is everything comes into your life by energetic invitation. Energetic invitation. If it's vibrating here and you're vibrating here, it's going to come in. If it's vibrating down here and you're down here, it's going to come in. And many of us are vibrating down here and we want somebody up here.
Come on.
So
Come on.
if the relationship doesn't turn the way you want it to turn, what then you have to look at is, okay, what was I doing, thinking, feeling? How was I being that allowed this into my life? And what is it that I've learned about myself that I can get to choose not to do it somewhere else? We have to stop being victims to the things that we attract by energetic vibration, because there's just some things that just can't even get into your life if you're vibrating at a certain frequency.
Yes.
Now, here's the trick. Here's the, the hook. Most of what we're thinking and where we're vibrating from is playing silently in the back of our mind. That's why you got to do your work to clean up your consciousness, to clean up your fears and your angers and all of those things, because that's what's going to attract Boo Boo the Fool. Or, Maquita the Cheetah. That's what's going to attract these people.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Do we need to take more accountability for the people we invite in our lives? I'm going to start with you first, Balance.
You want to start with me first? Okay. You know what? Because the guy who kept giving cash apps, I think it was Ali, he's a perfect example, because every time I see him on social media, it's always spewing hate towards women. I don't know if he had really bad experiences with women or what it is, but he's the exact example of he's attracting his mate, his match. They're just vibrating all down there, just negativity and just nasty, just evil. I don't even know what kind of frequency that is. It's so low vibrational that I cannot relate, because I don't attract men like that. And if I do, if maybe they find me attractive, I'm not attracted back to them. So it would never go anywhere anyway. Any man that's spewing just such negativity, I'm completely turned off. I'm completely turned off. Like, how do you feel that way about women? That's how you feel about your mama, about your sister, your cousin, your auntie? Oh my goodness. And you got a kid, a daughter. You feel like that about your daughter? Like, I just don't, the negativity that you feel for women has you attracting negative like women, like you. So I'm just saying, I think what she said has so much truth to it. I'm telling you, I'm vibrating up here. My man and me, we vibrating up here. We don't even have these conversations. It's just weird. It's weird energy. But I think the men that just promote that they can't stand marriage and family and something that could be so beautiful when done correctly, the men that hate on that so much, it's sad, but I think it's because they just have never really seen it in a healthy way. They've never experienced healthy love. So because of that, it doesn't exist to them. Healthy love does not exist to them because they've never seen it. They don't have it. They've never experienced it. So anybody who speaks about it, we're lying. It don't exist. And they can't ever attract it because they don't even believe in it. So I'm just telling you, what she's saying is absolute facts. And I wish more men would turn the TV off. All right. Turn social media off. Close it. Okay. Close what's Fresh and Fit? Oh God. Close Fresh and Fit. Turn it off. Kevin Samuel's not here. Turn it off. Turn all the old YouTube. Matter of fact, delete YouTube off your phone. Delete YouTube off of everything that you have. You don't ever need to watch YouTube ever again. Open a Bible, read a book, go out into the real world with real people, with sun and the sky and the stars and the moon. Go talk to some people. Live in reality for a little bit, and it might change your thinking and your mentality. I'm going to stop because thank you. Okay.
Round of applause.
All right. We're going to go to Jay. Your thoughts about that, dude? We need to take more accountability for the people we invite in our lives. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How can we recognize and address red flags or warning signs when forming new relationships or friendships?
Uh, I mean, I think like first, once again, it's based on the information that you've acquired. You know, the data, the amount of living that you've done. You know, you have if you have data that you can match it to, you know, to verify what those red flags are. You know, a lot of us, based on experiences, aren't able to identify that. A lot of us have dealt with so many red flags that we don't know what's not a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about dealing with somebody that is all red flags and you straight up are thinking that this is normal. You know, everybody's baseline is different. So I think it's based on data, it's based on mentorship, you know, finding somebody that has a balanced life, that has, you know, what's considered a normal baseline on the process of how things should go, and, you know, studying that. And then you'll be able to pinpoint, well, okay, this isn't really a good decision, or this person isn't, you know, responsible in terms of finances, or this person might not be the best mate for long term. You know, I mean, you can, like you said, people come in our lives for seasons, and you can't keep them in there longer than that. You know, a lot of us get caught up in keeping people in our lives a lot longer than they need to be, and they're just steady there, you know, disrupting your progress. You know, you have a mission, you have somewhere that you are destined to go, and a lot of times the people that we keep in our lives that aren't supposed to be there, they hinder that. You know, so I think experiences, you know, kind of the what Balance said, get outside, meet people, talk to people. That's how you do it. You know, I mean, sitting in front of a computer, it's, I mean, it's the new normal, but it shouldn't be. You know, you definitely need to get outside. You need to go sit at a bar, watch a game, talk to people, what you do for a living, or what's your situation. You know, you definitely need to interact with people, and it's not happening online. Online is not where real people are. You know, there are some real people, but the majority is people that are posturing as something else, just in my experience from what I've seen. You know, so get experiences.
All right. I'm gonna go to Luis. What are some common pitfalls or mistakes individuals make when it comes to choosing the right people to surround themselves with?
No, the video talked about, being responsible for the people you attract in your life. You know what I'm saying? I think that you need to be very mindful of the type of energy that you're putting out, because there are a lot of people who are hurt. There are a lot of hurting people out there. And if you radiate a certain type of aura or type of je ne sais quoi about you, you're gonna always attract all those individuals because those individuals are attracted to something that you have that's inherent about you. And then they're not doing it sometimes, consciously, and sometimes it's unconscious. Like there are certain people who give off this really good feel vibe, and for those who tend to move in that kind of space, you got to be able to identify those people. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like keep them at a distance and know how to set boundaries. And I think that's a very important um a very important set that you need to do early on is how to set boundaries around those individuals because you can have conversations, you could give, free game, free wisdom, whatever. But I think it's important to kind of understand the limitations of that interaction so you don't put yourself in a perpetual cycle where you're constantly, um, attracting people and expecting to be their savior or their helper, you know, especially in relationships because you need to be able to identify, people who are hurting. So that's all I got.